Why do some of the smartest scientists, engineers, and doctors believe the Earth is 6,000 years old, or that a snake literally spoke in a garden? That's not just faith, that's intellectual suicide disguised as virtue. Today, we expose how religion manipulates even the most brilliant minds into defending the indefensible. Not because they're stupid, but because they're scared of what happens if they stop believing. We've all heard it. She's a doctor, she must know what she's talking about. He has a PhD in physics and still believes in miracles, maybe there's something to it. But the truth is more disturbing. Religion doesn't need dumb followers. It thrives when smart people surrender logic for loyalty. When people who know better decide not to think but to obey. Today, we're diving into how religion weaponizes fear, community, identity, and guilt to override even the strongest reasoning. And how the smarter you are, the more dangerous it becomes, because now you're just better at rationalizing nonsense. Intelligence doesn't mean immunity to bad ideas. In fact, smart people are often better at defending beliefs they were never supposed to question. Here's why. 1. Cognitive dissonance. A biologist who teaches evolution but goes home and prays to a creator can live in both worlds, because challenging one would destroy their social identity. So they split their brain. Compartmentalize. 2. Confirmation bias on steroids. The smarter you are, the more tools you have to defend your biases. You're not searching for truth, you're searching for just enough evidence to let your belief survive the attack of reason. 3. Fear of social suicide. Imagine telling your religious family you no longer believe. Imagine standing in a church and admitting, none of this makes sense anymore. For many, that fear is stronger than any argument. So they fake belief and then slowly convince themselves it's real. This isn't stupidity. This is self-preservation disguised as piety. Let's get uncomfortable. Dr. Francis Collins, former director of the Human Genome Project, believes in the resurrection of Jesus, a literal, dead 4 days back from the grave event. Ben Carson, world-renowned neurosurgeon, once said evolution is a lie from the devil. Countless engineers and physicians deny climate change, evolution, or the Big Bang because it conflicts with scripture, not data. Ask yourself, how can someone decode the human genome by day and then believe in talking donkeys by night? The answer is, religion creates a separate reality, immune to logic, protected by faith. It tells you that evidence is a trap and doubt is a sign. Here's the terrifying part. Religion doesn't just ask for belief, it punishes curiosity. 1. Thought crime. Many are raised to believe that doubting is already wrong. Before they even explore questions like, was Noah's Ark literal? They're told asking is sinful. 2. Rewarding blind faith. Religion glorifies belief without evidence. The more absurd it sounds, the holier you are for accepting it. Blessed are those who believe without seeing. John 20:29-3. Eternal threat. Imagine the stakes. If you're wrong, you're not just mistaken, you burn forever. That's not spiritual guidance, that's emotional blackmail. This fear rewires your brain, even intelligent ones. You start avoiding doubt not because you can't answer it, but because the emotional cost of confronting it is too high. Let's be clear, not all religious people believe stupid things, but religion as a system encourages belief without reason and often punishes those who ask for evidence. Here are some examples. Young Earth creationists still believe dinosaurs lived with humans 6,000 years ago, despite overwhelming geological evidence. Some believe prayer cures cancer better than medicine and convince others to abandon treatment. Others defend genocides in the Bible because God commanded it, not because it's moral, but because it's religious. And the smart ones, they build complex apologetics to make it sound reasonable. But sounding reasonable isn't the same as being reasonable. They're not thinking, they're defending. Here's the brutal truth. Religion doesn't want dumb followers, it wants loyal ones. Loyalty that ignores logic. Loyalty that chooses belief over evidence. Loyalty that turns smart people into brilliant defenders of terrible ideas. It's not about IQ, it's about identity. Because once belief is part of who you are, not just what you think, facts become the enemy. And the smarter you are, the more elaborate the fortress you build around your faith. So what do? We stop confusing education with immunity. We challenge ideas, even sacred ones, and we create spaces where asking why isn't betrayal. It's bravery, because the truth doesn't fear questions. Only lies do. If this made you uncomfortable, good. That means you're thinking. Drop a comment below. Have you ever believed something just because your religion told you to, even when it made no sense? Like, share, and don't forget to subscribe for more honest, uncomfortable, and necessary conversations.